It is said that familiarity breeds contempt. Hearing a pop tune repeatedly inspires station hopping. But if the song is sung differently or sung by a different singer with a different arrangement, our experience of it is refreshed and we hear it renewed. Variation can reinvigorate our interest. The same is true of stories. Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet is an oft-told tale that gets reinvigorated from time to time with updates, for example a musical version, Bernstein's legendary West Side Story, or a particularly lavish film production, Zeffirelli's 1960s version, or with a new generation of actors, the 1996 Romeo plus Juliet movie. In 1830, Vincenzo Bellini attempted his own updated take on the star-crossed lovers' story with his own The Capulets and Montagues, based on a play by Luigi Scevola written in 1818. Last evening, Opera Omaha challenged its audience with an even more updated version of the Bellini work. Was it a telling of the oft-told tale that was just one too much? The answer to that question is fairly easy. One only need see the names Opera Omaha and James Darrah together to know that this was not going to be just another performance. Opera Omaha is known for its bold efforts, through its One Festival, to support new collaborations and to take opera into the community. Darrah, for his part, never seems to take any work at face value. He rethinks it, reshapes it, enhances it, and assembles it to ensure that audiences are challenged to have new perspectives of works that may be centuries old. In this version of the story, the Capulets and Montagues are rival political factions rather than Shakespeare's, quote, two households, both alike in dignity, close quote. Capelio is the father of Juliet and the leader of the Capulets. Juliet is betrothed to Tebaldo, however, she has already met and fallen in love with Romeo, leader of the Montagues. This is a secret to all but Lorenzo, her doctor and confidant. Complicating matters, Romeo has inadvertently killed the son of Capelio, Juliet's brother, in battle. In Darrah's update, the story appears to be set in Bellini's era. The set, designed by Yuki Izumihara, looks like the interior of a 1970s brutalist building, characterized by flat concrete plains, pock-marked with the holes left behind by the rebar use in manufacture. Through lighting changes, the set morphs into a church or a crypt. Two dancers, Shauna Davis and Sam Shapiro, set the emotional tone for the scene and inform the audience the death of Juliet's brother by Romeo. In fact, the dancers are used throughout the performance to act as a sort of Greek chorus to depict the feelings of the characters. A chorus of 12 men discuss the war with the Montagues, led by Juliet's father Capelio, here sung by bass Jeffrey Berwin. Eventually all of the characters are introduced, Tebaldo, sung by tenor Jesus Garcia, Juliet, sung by soprano Andrian Churchman, Lorenzo, sung by baritone Andrew Manea, and finally, Romeo, sung by mezzo-soprano Cecilia Hall. The acting was uniformly excellent, which is a credit to both the singers and to Mr. Darrah. Berwin was strong and emotionally distant. Garcia was full of swagger and hypermasculinity. Manea was excellent, portraying the physician as sympathetic and a bit creepy. Churchman and Hall were standouts, easily convincing us that theirs was a love so strong that death was deemed better than earthly separation. Churchman has an outstanding voice, marked by stamina and flexibility. Ms. Hall has a pleasant, warm color to her voice, and she has great control even in the low range of her voice. The final scene in the Capulet crypt was particularly good. Mr. Shapiro dances around Ms. David, who is laying on a coffin, while he places a long red ribbon of lights all over her body, representing death and deterioration, a fate that Romeo and Juliet will soon discover. The finale features Capelio's spiritual torture when he realizes that the death of his daughter may have been, in fact, of his own cause. It was a powerful end to a fully realized, potent Act 2. The Omaha Symphony provided the excellent orchestral accompaniment, under the sensitive and controlled direction of conductor Christopher Allen. To everyone's credit, the orchestra never overpowered the action on stage. There were a few minor quibbles with the performance. First, it was difficult to hear the chorus in the first scene since many of the singers had their heads down or had their backs to the audience, and second, the surtitles went missing in the first critical minutes of Act 2, but then returned after a few minutes. In all, this was a great performance of an old work by a visionary new director. Mr. Darra combines old truths with new sensibilities, all wrapped up in a cinematic sense of stage direction. Congratulations to everyone involved and to Opera Omaha for its continued bold direction.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and turn on notifications. Join at www.patreon.com/Atlanta Music Critic. Produced by William Ford.